All right, I'm going to show you how to do your doorway pec stretch. You can do single side or you can do a double side if you want, standing at the doorway. I'm going to show you the single side, and then I'll just briefly turn around and show you the double. So there's a couple of angles that you want to look for as far as when you're stretching your pec. The pec major and the pec minor, they do not just travel in a singular direction. I want you to try to imagine that it's almost like a fan-shaped muscle that does have some attachment into the shoulder. So the first one I'm going to show you is just going to be straight 90 degrees, where my elbow is about the height of my shoulder, and then I'm going to put my arm into the door frame. And it's important that you keep that shoulder down. Once you bring the arm up, you don't want to have the shoulder hike up, where now you can clearly see that there is less space in my neck. So you do want to push the shoulders down. It's always helpful when we're trying to isolate a stretch, especially a stretch into any of our limbs, that we try to engage the core a little bit so that we can stabilize our body, so that we keep all of the motion in the stretch into the limb. So from here, what you're going to do is you're just going to rotate your body away from your arm, just enough where you feel the stretch in the shoulder. You want it to be a mild, medium, comfortable stretch. Nothing that hurts. There should never be like a sharpness or an uncomfortable pressure. Primarily, you want to feel more of a stretchy pool feeling. So this is going to be our pec stretch at 90 degrees. So think of it as kind of like I'm giving you a high five. So second position that you can kind of go for, we're going to go an up angle, or think more like a Y position if I'm doing a double. So I'm going to extend my arm out, but same thing, I need to make sure that when I extend my arm, I don't hike that shoulder up and try to stretch, because again, it's going to feel very uncomfortable for your neck. So push that shoulder down. Even when you get the arm up and you have to reset to push the shoulder down, that's fine. And same thing, you're going to rotate your body away until you feel a stretch going through the chest and the shoulder. Because we have a little bit of attachment into some of our ribs, it's good to think about taking some nice, good nasal breaths and letting the chest expand when you're doing your pec stretch. Hold it for about like 30 seconds, and then after that, you can either rest or think about using like a different angle. You don't want to do it for too long, especially when we're going overhead, because it can make your shoulder feel like it's going a little bit numb. So we went up, we went into more of a 90 degree from the body. And then last is you can even go like down, and we can open up and stretch the pec in the down position. Same thing. You're just going to rotate the body until you feel a stretch. Breathe into it. Feel the body and the ribs expand to help give that extra little mobilization. And then I'm going to show you from top to bottom, just like the double view. So here is our top. Body can kind of just lean through the door frame. Here's our 90. Same thing. And then here's our low. So that's going to be our pec stretch.